According to research, the most attractive men don't chase, beg, or do anything else to get a woman's attention. This may seem impossible, but the truth is that attraction isn't about desperate actions or flashy displays. It's about something deeper that many men don't realize: their values, their way of thinking, and how they act. And no, this isn't about having the perfect looks. Riches or popularity can only get you so far. Real attraction comes from something much stronger and more timeless. Living by principles that have endured over time stems from Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that some of the most intelligent individuals in history adhered to. People respected and admired these men without them having to do anything. Their quiet power and unwavering confidence did it all for them. Before delving into the secrets of high value, let's explore what constitutes a truly high-value man and how you can embody these traits to transform not only your relationships, but also your entire life. An attraction. Finally, I want to tell you that personal growth is a process, not a goal, and having the right help along the way can make all the difference. First, let's talk about what high value is. Self-awareness is crucial when it comes to being high value. A man who knows his worth doesn't look for approval from others. He doesn't base his worth on temporary opinions or outside signs of success. Instead, he judges his own worth by his integrity, his actions, and his ability to stay true to his purpose. This clarity exudes a confidence that is hard to ignore. When you know your worth, you don't need to prove it, and that quiet confidence is contagious. Additionally, a high-value man recognizes the value of his time and does not waste it on unnecessary pursuits or individuals who lack respect. Instead, he establishes priorities and strives to achieve them. He invests in his personal growth and surrounds himself with individuals who add value to his life. He also teaches others to respect others' time, which not only makes his life better, but also makes him very attractive to other people. Purpose is another principle that gives life meaning. Whether it's starting a business, mastering a craft, or helping his community, a vision bigger than himself drives a high-value man. This sense of direction guides his actions and gives him a grounded presence. Guys with goals particularly attract women because they demonstrate stability, determination, and ambition. Let's examine 3 key attributes that contribute significantly to a man's worth: peace of mind, respect for oneself, and mental control. A high-value man is calm and doesn't get upset easily by problems in life or other people's opinions. He stays calm because he knows that most things are out of his control and doesn't react without thinking. Stoicism, the source of his calmness, distinguishes him in a world where many people experience stress and worry about their safety. A man of high value must have self-respect. He sets limits, sticks to his beliefs, and doesn't give up his values for other people's sake. This isn't arrogance. It's knowing what you deserve and not settling for less. When a man respects himself, others can't help but do the same. One trait of a high-value man that doesn't get enough attention is mental control. He stays calm when others lose their cool, act out of fear, or give up under pressure. This doesn't mean denying his feelings, but rather controlling them. Signs of mental control strength. We now know what makes a man great: dependability, maturity, and all the other qualities that women find attractive. Let's look at the Stoic principles that support this way of thinking. Stoicism and old philosophy offer timeless advice for handling life with strength. Grace and a reason. When it comes to attraction, 3 main ideas stand out. One of the most important lessons from Stoicism is knowing what you can and can't control. A high-worth man only focuses on the things he can control, like his thoughts, actions, and responses. He doesn't waste time worrying about things he can't change, like other people's thoughts or things that might happen. This way of thinking not only makes him less stressed, but it also makes him more productive and calm. In a world obsessed with likes, followers, and superficial approval, the second key concept is to not care about what other people think. A man of excellent value stands out because he doesn't need anything. Because he already thinks highly of himself, he doesn't need other people to confirm his feelings. Independence is very attractive because it shows power and independence. Women like men who are sure of who they are, not men who need other people to make them feel positive about themselves. Lastly, a big value. In Stoicism, a person lives by the rules of morality and honesty. Being the best version of yourself is what virtue is all about. This means being honest, brave, and fair, even when it's not handy. A man who lives with integrity becomes a beacon of trust and respect, attracting people not with his words, but with his essence. This kind of authenticity is rare and deeply attractive. These principles work so well at building attraction because they create a strong base from which others can sense a high value. The man doesn't need to get attention or show his worth. Instead, he should be calm. Respect for oneself and unwavering morals attract people, especially women, because they see it as a sign of stability, strength, and emotional growth in a world where many people are lost in the chaos of fear and outside pressures. A high-value man is like a lighthouse in the storm, steady, dependable, and hard to miss. A high-value man doesn't try to attract women. Instead, he becomes someone who women want to be with. Now that we have a basic understanding of what makes high-value attraction easy, let's look more closely at the traits and actions that make it happen. Confidence is a key part of being attractive, but it shouldn't come from arrogance. Real confidence pulls people in, while arrogance pushes them away. So how do Stoics develop this kind of self-confidence through self-mastery? A Stoic man's confidence doesn't come from outside sources like money, favorable looks, or compliments. Instead, it comes from his character and his ability to control his feelings, thoughts, and actions. This man is so sure of himself that he doesn't need to brag or look for approval. His cool demeanor conveys everything. Being sure of yourself is lovely because it shows that you are strong and safe. Being confident makes you someone people want to be around because they trust you. Men are especially interested in women. Who possesses this calm self-confidence which instills a sense of stability? But how can you show this confidence? Start by doing small things on purpose. Stand tall, look people in the eye, and speak with confidence. Pay attention to your tone, speak clearly, and don't rush your words. Presence. When you're fully present in a conversation, you naturally command attention. Composure. Being confident isn't about being loud or aggressive. It's about staying calm under pressure. When life throws you challenges, you need to be able to handle them with calmness. Grace and Driver say a lot. Being confident without being cocky isn't about showing off. It's about being the best version of yourself every day. The power of mystery and detachment is the second point of irresistibility. Let me ask you this. Why are we so interested in the unknown? Why do we desire things that are just beyond our reach? The answer lies in the nature of humans. We value things that are difficult to get and are curious about things we don't fully understand. Men naturally follow this rule. They don't tell everyone everything about themselves at once. They keep things mysterious to keep people interested and wanting more. This isn't about playing games. It's about knowing how important pacing and limits are. If you're too ready or open too soon, people may not perceive you as valuable. Stoicism is a powerful tool for achieving this. Draw people to the practice of detachment. Detachment doesn't mean being cold or uncaring. It means not relying too much on things outside of yourself, like connections. A Stoic man is self-sufficient. He doesn't look for happiness or fulfillment in other people. He finds it within himself. This level of independence is very attractive because it shows strength and resilience. To use this in your own life, avoid being too available or eager to please. Instead, have a purpose beyond your relationships. Have a mission, passion, or goal that keeps you grounded. When you genuinely invest in your life, it attracts others to join you. The key is to find balance. Mysteries should intrigue, not annoy. Separation should lead to independence, but with mental distance. If you do these things right, they make you attractive. Emotional security is the third and perhaps most important part of being irresistible. It means making people feel drawn to your energy and presence. Emotional stability in leadership shows dependability and power, which are qualities that everyone likes. A Stoic man stays emotionally stable through self-discipline and reflection. He doesn't let anger, fear, or rage control what he does. Instead, he takes a step back, think about what's going on, and then respond carefully. This level of control is uncommon in a world where emotional outbursts are common. It distinguishes you as a trustworthy individual. But emotional stability isn't just about control. It's also about understanding and empathy. Being a man means actively listening and caring about the people in your life. This is where leadership comes in. Management isn't about controlling others. It's about guiding them. A genuine leader fosters trust, ensures thoughtful decision-making, and establishes boundaries to safeguard themselves and their loved ones. To become a leader and show emotional stability in your own life, start by actively listening. When someone speaks, give them your full attention and show that you value their point of view by replying carefully. Next, focus on making decisions. A leader doesn't waver or second-guess himself all the time. He gathers information, weighs his options, and then acts decisively. Finally, set limits. Be clear about what you believe in and what you won't stand for. Clarity protects your peace and earns you respect. When you combine emotional stability with positive leadership, you create a presence that is both comforting and inspiring. Exuding this kind of strength and reliability naturally draws women, as it instills a sense of safety and trust in them. Now that we've examined the principles of high-value attraction and examined real-life examples of Stoic men who embody these traits, these three pillars form the foundation of effortless attraction. The beauty of Stoicism is its usefulness. Act now. The positive news is that you don't have to be a philosopher to use these timeless ideas in your daily life. Let's look at some straightforward steps you can take to become more stoic and create a life that inspires respect, admiration, and natural attraction. Mindfulness practice is the first thing that you need to do to become a high-value man who easily attracts other people. What does it really mean to be mindful? It involves being fully present in the present, observing your thoughts and emotions without passing judgment, and acting purposefully instead of impulsively. This idea is at the heart of what the Stoics teach. Check in with yourself every day to start practicing mindfulness. All you have to do is sit somewhere quiet, breathe deeply, and pay attention to your thoughts and feelings. Mindfulness also means paying attention to how you react to outside events. Over time, this increased awareness becomes second nature. As you practice mindfulness, you start to face problems with calm confidence instead of reacting emotionally or impulsively. You create a space between stimulus and response, giving you the freedom to choose how you interact with the world. Committing to continuous self-improvement is the second most important thing you can do to show Stoic traits and earn respect. Stoicism tells us that our lives are a journey where we are always learning, growing, and giving ourselves a lot of thought. Man understands that he is never complete. There is always room for improvement. Start by setting small, achievable goals that will aid in your growth in these areas. If you want to improve your health, start by working out regularly or making changes to your food. If you want to improve your emotional strength, work on finding better ways to deal with stress, like writing in a journal or practicing gratitude. If you want to improve your intelligence, learn new things. Read more books, learn new skills, or have talks that make you think. It's important to keep doing something, even if it's something small. Stoics believe in focusing on growth instead of perfection. You don't need to make big changes overnight. Just work every day. This dedication to self-improvement not only helps you, it spreads. People naturally gravitate towards individuals who are constantly evolving, and the more you enhance yourself, the more you'll motivate others to follow suit. The third step in using Stoic principles to attract high-value connections is to create a life that naturally inspires admiration and respect. Stoics believed that we should live with purpose, always focusing on what matters most and letting go of distractions. People will naturally gravitate towards you if you live this way, not because you seek approval, but because your actions and values speak for themselves. To start, write down your beliefs. What's important to you is it. Your family values honesty and intellectual curiosity. Once you know your values, act accordingly. If you say you value something like honesty, make sure you always tell the truth, even when it's hard. If you value service, do the same. Next, look for ways to give back to your community. Finally, focus on making your life fit your goal. A high worth. There's more to a man's life than just surviving. Whether it's in his work relationships or his hobbies, he surrounds himself with people who share his values and spends his time doing things that help him grow. People respect his life not because he's trying to impress them, but because he's fully committed to living his true life. Simplifying our lives is another important Stoic concept in a world full of distractions and materialism. Keeping things simple can help you see matters more clearly. Man knows that he doesn't have to follow every trend, have a lot of stuff, or be busy all the time to feel positive about himself. To use this in your life, start by getting rid of things that aren't important. Spend less time on social media and TV, and more time doing things that are in line with your values. Clean up your space both mentally and physically. Saying no to commitments that don't help you will make your plan easier. Another important part of simplicity in Stoic words is detachment. Detachment doesn't mean being cold or uncaring. It means not caring too much about how things turn out. A man of high value works toward his goals and maintains relationships without relying on them to make him feel positive about himself. He knows life is temporary and that his happiness isn't based on the outside world. Lastly, the best way to show Stoic interest is to lead by example. A man of outstanding value doesn't lead by force or manipulation. Instead, he leads by living with integrity, showing strength, and showing others how to be good. When you lead by example, people will naturally follow you. Motivate others to follow your lead, which will create a ripple effect that makes your impact stronger. Now, let's go over the ideas and steps you can use to become a high-value man who easily attracts women. It's important to realize that developing these traits isn't always easy. There will be problems along the way. You may also face some internal resistance as you try to apply Stoic principles to your life. But I want you to know that this is normal and a part of the process. After discussing some of the most common issues, I'll help you stay on track. One of the biggest issues many men face when trying to live by Stoic ideals is self-doubt. Consider whether you can become the high-value man you want. You might also wonder if you're competent enough or if you'll ever reach the level of emotional control, confidence, and leadership we've talked about. You should understand that self-doubt is a common occurrence, a normal part of growth. Becoming a high-value man isn't about being perfect all the time. It's about always getting better. Everyone has doubts, but what counts is how you deal with them instead of letting them hold you back. If something halts your progress, utilize it as motivation to continue. Each small step you take towards demonstrating these traits is a self-contained victory. One more common. An impatient person may find it challenging to develop into a high-value individual. A lot of people want results right away. They want to feel confident, mentally stable, and respected right away. But real change takes time. Stoicism teaches us that life is full of challenges and that the journey itself is valuable. It's not about getting to the end goal as quickly as possible. It's about enjoying the journey. If you're impatient or frustrated because you're not seeing results right away, remember that this process of becoming highly valued takes time. Think of it like planting a tree. You won't see the results right away, but with care and consistency over time, you'll see its growth and strength. Your actions, emotions, and daily choices are under your control. Don't think about the end result or rush the process. Instead, enjoy the small steps forward and the slow growth that comes with them. Over time, these small changes will add up to a more confident, mentally stable, and high-value version of yourself. Another problem that many men have is the fear of failing. If you're afraid of failing, you might not even try to follow Stoic ideals. You may worry that you'll never be able to have the emotional stability, confidence, and charisma that high-value guys naturally have. But remember that failure isn't the end. It's part of learning and growing. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, said that we suffer more in our minds than in real life. He also said that the fear of failing is often worse than the failure itself. The key is to see loss as a chance to learn instead of something you should try to avoid at all costs. Every mistake teaches you something. Every failure is a chance to use the Stoic principle of being strong and determined. Don't let fear stop you from acting. If you fail, learn from it and keep going. Remember that Stoicism teaches that our worth isn't based on whether we succeed or fail. How well we handle both grace and wisdom is what judges us. As you start to improve yourself, you may find that some people don't understand or support the changes you're making. They may question your new way of thinking or the choices you're making. This may be discouraging, but it's crucial to focus on your own path and remember that you're not living your life to satisfy others. Stoic teacher Epictetus told us to pay attention to what we can change. Can't change others' thoughts or feelings, but can change your response. Don't let outside noise take you off track from your journey. Stay true to your values. You should hang out with people who either help you grow or don't actively stop you from growing. While these ideals may inspire others to follow, it doesn't diminish your value if they don't. Finally, I want to stress one important point. Becoming a high-value man isn't about getting somewhere. It's about the trip itself. Embrace the growth process. The positive and bad, the difficulties and victories. Stoicism tells us that how we handle the journey, not the end result, makes us who we are. There will be days when you feel like you've made a lot of progress and days when you feel like you fell short. Both are normal parts of the trip. The most important thing is to stick to applying Stoic principles every day, no matter how you feel at the time. As you continue on your path, you'll see changes in yourself. The outside world may not change right away, but your inner world will become more balanced, resilient, and in line with the high-value traits you want. Over time, this will naturally attract the respect and admiration of those around you. Remember that the key to attracting anyone starts with the man you're becoming. Take the first step today and watch how everything starts to change. Apply these principles to your relationships and your whole life. Stay calm and aware. Most of all, stay strong. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next movie.